feeling that what are my parents even doing? What are my guardians even? Can they give me more? They should give me more. They should know I need more, kind of a thing. Now, it never became real till I started earning income. What they have been to me never made sense till I started earning income. You know, those days, you are given detergent to use to wash clothes. After washing clothes, you leave the remaining pack in the rain. And in the morning, rain will wash off everything. And then Momsi will come. Who left this thing outside here? You are the one that washed clothes and everything is well. What's your problem? Sometimes you collect cane. And you'll be like, wait, is it not ordinary? Ordinary. Common detergent. Why is this woman flogging? Why is she making it an issue? It never made sense till I started buying detergents. Enjoying free accommodation never made sense till I started paying rent. Fueling my car never made sense. Or seeing people buy fuel never made sense till I started driving. Wasting food never made sense till I started buying food. When you eat and it remains, you put it in the fridge. But those days you eat and it remains, you keep it in the kitchen and it will sour. In the morning, inside the trash can. But when I started buying food, it never made sense till I started buying food. Then my elder brother will visit and will be like, guy, give us money now, give us money now, that kind of a thing. Said, my friend, I have, are you the only thing I'm thinking about? We'll give you small, but not what everything you want. It never made sense till I started paying bills, till I started paying school fees, till I started paying house rent, till I started footing a lot of bills. And man, I started appreciating more what my parents did for me. I started appreciating more what my guardians did for me. I started appreciating more. I've not even gone 1/1 million what God has been doing for me. Today, something else happened. Not today, actually. I traveled and on my way on the trip, I rode actually. And then while I was on the trip, all of a sudden I looked behind me and I had a sound. The sound I heard was another biker pull up beside me. So the biker pulled up beside me and then we started traveling together. So he was in front of me and we rode together, jolly ride. We were like riding like twins, we will move, we wait like that. It was a fun ride. So when we got to our separation point where I will go another way and he will go other, so we stopped. We never knew each other. We stopped, we greeted, we exchanged pleasantries, exchanged contacts. What do you do? This is what I do. Okay, this is what I'm doing here, blah, 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 blah. The moment the guy came down, he was riding a beautiful bike. The moment he came down from his bike, he went straight to my bike and said, I love this bike. This is the bike I wanted to get. I love this bike. This is the bike I wanted to get before I eventually got this one I'm having. Now, when he said that, it struck a chord in my head. This is a bike I've been using for 3 years now, and I'm beginning to see it as regular bike. Like, what is the big deal? And that same bike is somebody else's dream. That same bike that I'm begging is somebody else's anticipation. That same bike is somebody else's hope. That same bike is somebody else's prayer point. I woke up this morning. I was because I normally prepare my meetings from the night, all through the night, putting together what is it I'm going to share with great achievers this morning. And one thing kept coming to mind. And that is what I want to share with us today. I want us today to talk about gratitude. Gratitude. We cannot finish this topic, but I have seen the power in gratitude. I thinking about it is mind blowing that if we decide to deal with it this morning, we may not do any single activity today. So, great achievers, let's talk about gratitude. Starting off with, what are those things that you took for granted growing up that today, because you are the one taking care of them, have made that thing to become more meaningful to you? I want you to share in the chat room. What are those things growing up you used to take for granted? Maybe those things that were being done for you that they never seemed as something really big. What's the big deal about this? But all of a sudden, you are the one doing those things by yourself now, and you're beginning to understand the weight that someone else was carrying for you. It could be somebody has been keeping you in their house as their child. Maybe your father or your mother has been keeping you in their house, have never asked you to pay rent, and you've never for once walked up to your dad and said, Daddy, thank you, like from the depth of your heart, Mommy, thank you. What are those things? It could be food. Some of us say, yes, it's your responsibility as a parent. Yes, it's their responsibility. But imagine being grateful to someone for living out their responsibility. Imagine being grateful to someone, be your mother, be your father, be your sibling, be your spouse, be whoever the case may be. Imagine commending them for doing what they're doing. Imagine commending your spouse for taking out time, taking 2 hours, working in that kitchen and producing a meal. Imagine thanking your spouse for going out, hustling and bustling, breaking their head, facing the world as heavy as it is, and say, thank you for being a great father to us. Thank you for being a great husband to us. Imagine being your child that goes out, creates a good score in school, when others are watching TV, refuses to watch, and you come and say, I am proud of. Well, we are talking about from life generally. We're not even talking about the business yet. There are a few things I want to point out to us today that we may not have actually paid attention to about gratitude, because there are so many very little things we overlook. Have you ever looked for a pen to write? You searched for a pen, you searched everywhere, you can't find a pen. And then the only person that gives you a pen is a security man. At that point, you understand the importance of that security man. I'm going to expose to us some of the things that gratitude can do, some of the things we might have been missing by not being grateful enough. There are one thing I saw this morning, and I want to share that with us very quickly about gratitude. I'll share with us, um, just a minute. Yeah, okay. Okay, you can see my screen, yeah? I believe you can see my screen. Now look at what it says there. This quote caught my attention. It says, it is not joy that makes us grateful. It is not joy that makes us grateful. No, it's not. It is gratitude that makes us joyful. That's David Stendhal. He said, it is not joy. Some of us are not grateful because the things we want didn't happen the way we wanted. Some of us are not grateful because we are not happy with the situation that we find ourselves in. Some of us are not happy because we've been in prospecting and prospecting and I beg. Some of us, we've recoiled, we've thrown ourselves back into our shells. Why? Because the things we want are not going the way we wanted it. Now, remember the first example I gave. We will ask things that we wanted in school, but our parents, my parents, would give me what I needed. What we want is what we desire, right? But looking at that point, they will give you what you needed, what you needed to survive as in school. Were those things really funny? No, they were not. Some of them were not funny, but they have formed us and given us the muscle to be the individuals living in our world of today. Let's talk about gratitude to God. Some of us, the other day, about 3 weeks ago, is it 3 weeks? Yeah, 2 weeks, 3 weeks ago, yes. In my biking community, we have this program that once in a month or so, we take a visit to the hospital. Ladies and gentlemen, I think each and every one of you, once in a while, should actually take a visit. If you have a general hospital in your location, please go there. You don't need to go with much. You don't need to go with much. Go with as much as you can afford. When you go there, when I was stepping out of the hospital, I raised my hands to heavens and I said, God, I am sorry. I said, God, I am sorry for the many times I complained. God, I am sorry for the many times I was angry. I was angry that things are not working the way I wanted it. I am sorry. Just a few examples of some of the things that happened there. We went to the pediatrics ward. Pediatrics. We saw children. One of them was stung by a bee. One of the children was stung by a bee all over her body. Now, guess what? Her body was swelling in minutes because of the sting of the bee. Her body was swelling. But guess what? They refused to attend to her. Why? Because the parents could not afford 20,000 naira. I don't know if somebody heard what I said. The body of this child was already swelling, like because of the sting of the bee. She could barely breathe. They put her on oxygen. But to commence treatment, they did not because of 20K. 20K. 20K, 20. That's just one scenario, just one. Another scenario, a boy of about 4 years was trapped in bandage, all wrapped his body. Why? Burnt. How fire burnt him from his body here down to his toes. That one was in ICU. It was an ECU, sorry. So many cases. We met a mother there who gave birth to triplets. One child and two conjoined children. The things we see in movies, I saw it in real life. Two children joined together, joined at their bum, joined together. Two of them joined together. They are a year old now, up to a year, because the other one, the one that's alone, walks. And the other two, they are joined together. They lie down opposite each other, joined together at their hips, joined together. And their mother is trying to raise money to send them abroad because the facilities to separate them, if it is separable, is not in our country. And guess what? The woman, the mother of these children, looked happier than many of us that came for the visit. So many cases. We went to another unit, and then because we went there, they give you gifts to come and give. And when we went there were a lot of women that gave birth newly. The children, in fact, how you will notice that the woman was carrying a baby is by the head of the baby. The total length of the truth of the child baby was not as big as this. So small, and here we are. We wake up in the morning. We don't like to eat the things that were offered to us as breakfast, but we had something. We leave our houses and return in one piece, not a single hair removed. And we are not grateful to God because we went out and the things we did not work as planned. We come back so angry with ourselves, with their nature, with God, with a lot of things around us, because our plans did not work as we wanted. My message to each and every one of you is today is be grateful to God. In all things, be grateful to God. Because gratitude, when the Bible said, in all situations, in all circumstances, be grateful to God. I want to tell you why it is in all circumstances. Thinking about it really opened my mind to why in all circumstances the Bible advice tells us be grateful to God. When things are working in your favor, when things are working as you planned, why do you become grateful? Because it opens door for more gratitude. I saw something today that I'm also going to share with us. If you look at your screen, you will see it says gratitude is not only the greatest of virtues, but the parent. Listen to this: the parent of all others. Sorry. He said it's not only the greatest of virtues, but the parent of others. What does this mean, ladies and gentlemen? Being grateful opens up more doors for more things to be grateful for. You go out there, this is one reason why being grateful, expressing gratitude to God, to the things around us, to the people around us, opens more doors. This is one thing because it opens door for more. Be grateful to the things around you that are working in your favor. They will attract more things that will work in your favor. Be grateful to the people around you who speak bad of you. It means you are important enough to be talked about. Did somebody get that? I said, be grateful to the people around you who are speaking bad of you. Do you know what it means? It means you are important enough to be talked about. Did somebody get that? Not the person where they're important and they talk on top of matter. You see person, they talk on top person matter when not they important. Person where carry weight now, then they talk on top of matter. People no carry weight, who they talk on top of? Who get in time? It's because you are important. That's why they are talking about you. That's why they are envying you. It's because you are doing. Say, let me tell you something. When people are envious about you, it means there is something you have that they don't have. And worse still, there is something you can do, be or become that they don't see themselves being, achieving, or becoming. They don't see themselves doing that. So be grateful, be happy. Sometimes you feel alone and you start complaining. Be grateful you have a time to spend alone. That alone time enables you to discover yourself more. That alone time enables you to prepare yourself more. That alone time enables you to critique yourself by yourself. That alone time enables you to bring out the better version of yourself. That alone self enables you to discover who you are. Be grateful to the people who treat you badly because they teach you a way not to treat somebody else that is important to you. Be grateful to the people who pay you back evil, good. with evil. Be grateful because God has shown you who truly those people are. There are so many people we surround ourselves with, and we think they have our best interest at heart. There are so many people that we jive with, we move around with, we tell our world secrets. We reveal our hearts and thoughts to them. You may not even know that these people are the ones who behind you are looking for a way to bring you down. They are looking for what to act on to bring you to your knees. They are looking for reasons to show the world and expose and wash your dirty linens out there in the world. And these are people you have trusted with your life, told secrets that are important. These are people that you have held at high esteem. I want you to be grateful when God shows you who they are. Be grateful that all of a sudden you discover this is who they are. Don't quarrel, don't sorrow, don't be angry at it. Be grateful to God that God has shown you who they are. Be grateful that you went out to prospect and things didn't go the way you wanted it, because it gives you an opportunity to improve yourself, to go back and prospect and get more results. Be grateful. Be grateful that you have the opportunity to even think about what to do to be better at prospecting. Be grateful. Be grateful that you held that meeting and then one or two things went haywire about the presentation. People didn't do what they are supposed to do, and the event will be grateful because that's giving you an opportunity to look for a better way to do that same meeting and get better results. It's giving you an opportunity for growth. Be grateful. Be grateful to the things around you, to the very little things that you ignore, to the things that you have taken for granted. Be grateful. How many of you are in an office and you don't know how the rent of that office was paid? Have you ever sent a message to your leader and said, thank you for providing us with this office? How many of you have ever commended that guy who makes sure that every time presentation is run, the laptop is working fine? Be grateful. How many of you, as a downline, has ever commended that security man who opens the door or ensures that no singular item is lost? Be grateful. How many times have you looked at that downline as a leader and said, thank you for always being yourself and speaking for the truth? Thank you for who you are. Be grateful. Gratitude opens door of many blessings. One of the reasons why so many of us find it hard to be grateful is because we have an entitlement mentality. We feel somebody owes us something. They should set up office for us. They should come and run presentation for us. Are we not his downline? Are we not her downline? Do we not make money for him? Why should God not bless me? Am I not working hard? Why should God not bless me? Have you thanked God for the grace to work hard? You think the grace to work hard is because you want to work hard? Have you thanked him for the grace to even wake up? Be grateful. So many of us travels kilometers back and forth every week. Every week. Some of us, every 3 days, you're on the road and not a strand of your hair has ever been touched. Be grateful. Be grateful. Whichever way you communicate to that infinite being, to God, be grateful. Be grateful for the things around you that are not going as planned because they're giving you opportunity to grow yourself. Ambassador Mike taught us something at the mic. He said, when you have a problem in front of you, what do? You hit the problem is not ready to go. You go back to seeking knowledge. You go back to learning. You go back to acquiring more knowledge. You acquire knowledge, you go back to the same activity. Try, green, you go back. You read again, you study, you practice, you go back to the field. Green again, you go back. There is a point you continue going back to knowledge and you come back to the problem will no longer be there. Do you know why? Because you have grown yourself to the point that that problem does not exist in your vocabulary anymore. The strength to keep going back to the knowledge, to the source, you think is because you are smart. No, it's not. Now somebody, they tear that ticket to give you. Be grateful to God. He's the one that does it all. Be grateful. Be grateful that somebody sets up an office for you. You come and run events. You don't know. Be grateful that someone comes run a project. Be grateful that someone puts a script together and says you can use this. Be grateful. Gratitude opens so many doors for us. Now, I want us to do something. Look inward and ask yourself, what are those things that I had been taking for granted? What are those things happening around me that I have never really taken note of, but they have been happening and helping me to really exist? Today and going forward, I need to be more grateful about them. Today, I need to say thank you to that person, to that downline, to that leader. For some of us leaders, we take certain things for granted. There is that one individual, two individuals in our team. They're always there. They will always be early. They will always make our leadership easier for us. I'm not talking about the people who are trouble. Now, let me also tell you about the people who are trouble. They help you to appreciate those who give you peace. You see, those who are trouble, that gives you trouble, headache in your business, be grateful because they will help you appreciate more the people that make your business easier. But you see those people who make it simpler for you. You see those people who make building the business worth the while. You see those people who make achieving the vision what it is. Be grateful to God that they're in your business. Be grateful to God. Now, I know some of us also misinterpret when you tell them, I commend you, thank you for being you. Some of them misinterpret it because I've realized that when people don't expect something and they get it, sometimes they misunderstand the essence of it. I understand that. But let me tell you what, let them be the ones to fall prey of it. But don't stop being who or what you should be. Don't also stop doing what you should do. To the right minds, not to everybody, but to the right minds. But if we look into our lives today, we can find people, we can find occasions, we can find happenings that we should be grateful to God for and to those people for. There is this crazy thing I do when I'm traveling, especially by road. When I'm riding, it gives you the opportunity to meet a lot of towns. Yeah. And then when I'm riding through some towns, you see some signboards. They will tell you, welcome to this place, farewell to this place. Guess what I've done? It may sound crazy, but when I'm passing those locations, I pass a town, I've called the name on the signboard. I say, thank you for letting me pass your land. It's crazy, right? But I do it. It makes me feel good saying it. I don't know if it has any effect, but I think it does. I said, thank you for letting me pass your land. Thank you for letting me pass your place. Thank you for making it smooth for me. Be grateful. Be grateful for the things you don't have yet. When you're grateful to them, more things you will have will come. Let me tell you this. If you are not grateful for the things you have currently, Nature might not give you what you are seeking because they are not sure you'll be grateful when they do. Did anybody hear that? When you're not grateful for the things you have currently, the person you are, let me tell you something. Nature will not give you the things you seek because they are not sure you will be grateful when they do. So look at yourself in the mirror and see the wonders of God. Your two eyes are there. Have you seen people with one or no vision? How many of us have seen that boy that was adopted by Flavor, the guy from Liberia? When you see that handsome young man without vision, you appreciate your gift of sight. When you see people with one limb, you appreciate that you have two legs. When you see people without two hands, you appreciate that you have all your fingers intact. When you see a child that did not do anything wrong, that was born with physical deformity, you appreciate that you gave birth to your 7 children and none of them, nothing is wrong with them. When you see a parent that has a child that came to life autistic, you appreciate that all your children are as you want them or wished for them. You'll be grateful. Let today be a reminder to each and every one of you here that we have 1,001 reasons to be grateful for what we have as we seek more. Now, let me tell you this. Gratitude is not being content because some of us will misunderstand it. I am grateful for what I have. I beg, I won't come and kill myself and die again. That is not what I mean. When you are contented with your situation, you've given up every need to push ahead. That's not what I'm speaking about. You need to push further every day. You need to be green and growing. You must constantly, except you want to be ripe and rotten. But if you want to get to the best you can ever be, you need to be growing constantly. But you need to be grateful every day for staying alive, for any small move you make, for that growth that you are here listening to this in a bid to do something better than you did yesterday. Thank God that this meeting is holding. Thank God that I ran a meeting yesterday. It gives you an opportunity to say, what am I going to do better tomorrow? Do you know when you are grateful from your heart, it lifts a burden off you? Do you know that? When you're really grateful from your heart for something, it makes the issue lighter in your heart. So I want someone today to have a reason to be more grateful. Let me tell you this, and I would give it to you as a simple exercise. Identify some of the things in your life that you're grateful for. I want you to take out, even if it's 5 minutes today after this meeting, and thank God for those things. Just thank, even if it's 5 minutes or less, just thank God. After that, if there are 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 people in your life who you are grateful for having them in your life, send them a message. Just a message. Thank you for being here. Thank you for doing this for me. Thank you for providing this for me. Thank you for this. It doesn't cost you anything. It doesn't make you less of yourself. You're just being grateful that you have them in your life. Now, let me tell you something about this, what I just said. When you are grateful, you're not grateful. Well, it may not just be because they did something good for you. It may be that what they did enabled you to discover what you have been ungrateful for. Imagine that you trusted some people or you trusted someone and the person betrayed your trust. You should be grateful to God, not to the person, to God. You should be grateful to God because it will help you know how best to relate with the person. It will help you know how best to place the person in your life so that the person will not do more damage to you. Be grateful. Let today be a gratitude Monday for you. That Monday that you adopt a new thing into your life. As you go into the activities of today, be grateful. As you prospect, be grateful that you can prospect. As you present, be grateful that you can present. As you get signers, be grateful that they're signing up. Be grateful that you start a presentation, the power does not disturb your business. The things are working in your favor. Things are not working as you wish. But I tell you, as they are not working in your as you desire, there is something behind it. If you are grateful enough, that you will find out that God is using to open up a door to make a way for you. As we go into this new week, I wish each and every one of us to have 1001 reasons to be grateful to God, to be grateful to our own body, to be grateful to the things around us, to be grateful to the people around us. Because joy, gratitude, joy does not come because you have things to be grateful for. Gratitude comes because you are already joyous about the things you have. Be grateful because it will open up more doors for the things you seek. Go into the activities today. Tell yourself, I will have 1000 reasons at the end of today to be grateful. Go into the activities with a lot of energy. Tell yourself, by the end of this month, I am grateful already because I will become a Kingsman. By the end of this month, I'm excited about it. I thank God for it. I thank the organization. I thank God for C21FG. I thank God for the lead. I thank God for everything because I thank God for the team. I thank God for the Great Achievers team because here, let me tell you, some of us might have at sometimes felt, I wish I'm in another team. I wish I'm here. I wish I'm here. Let me tell you one thing. Be grateful you are in that team that does not give you what you desire to be, what you desire to get. Be grateful you are in that team that does not give you what you think you desire to have, because it's teaching you how to build your team to be what your downlines will want to have. Be grateful. It is better to be grateful than to continue complaining. A grateful heart gets more blessings than a complaining heart. This is my message to each and every one of us today. I'm not teaching you any skill, but to teach you today to be grateful, because within that gratitude holds so many other blessings that you have been seeking. Okay. I don't know if I spoke to anyone this morning, but some leaders I'll see here, I'll give them a chance to say a word or two, and then we'll wrap it up for the day. Okay. Pharmacist Matthew, what do you have for great achievers?
Can you hear me, sir?
Yes, we can hear you. Go ahead.
All right. Good morning, sir. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
From my heart, I just want everybody to appreciate GAM this morning for this today training. It's more than a training in our business. It's just comprised of everything in our life. Because when you were talking, I was actually thinking about my parents, my brothers, those who have actually helped. And for some time, you don't reach out to them just because things are not be okay by you and all of that. I think you have actually taught a lot this morning, and it's going to change so many of us, the way we take things. Life is not going to be easy. Life is going to come up with issues every day and night. But once we have this heart of gratitude, trust me, most of the things that seem to be so difficult yesterday, they are going to be lesser tomorrow. And even for some of us who are believers in Christ, he said that a grateful heart do well like a medicine. And this morning, I just want to encourage and advise all of us here. Someone like Gam we have here, he's not a perfect person because he is a human being. But the kind of things that have actually helped you and I in this business, because nothing kept us in this business if not because of his mentorship. So on my own, I want to say thank you so much. And I want us to bring in our mind, employ this heart of gratitude, this gratitude into our heart, Trust me, tomorrow is going to be great, no matter what we are passing through today. Gam, thank you so much. God bless you. And we can't stop praying for you. God is going to lift you from glory to glory, because with you, we are going to see the success we are looking for. God bless you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Matthew. God bless you too. Mr. Adonis, what do you have for Great Achievers?
Okay, good morning, sir. Good morning, Graham. Thank you very much for this wonderful training this morning. Talking about gratitude, even yesterday I was thinking about this. It happens that it's the same thing that you're sharing today. In my status, I put something that I have to relate to gratitude, because many of us, many times, we have been ungrateful. And because of that ungratefulness, that made us not to be growing the way we ought to have been growing. When you were talking, I was thinking, and I flashed back, even when some of us were in Abuja, when we started this business, and we're making use of Suite 8, Suite 11A, and various events that we had to attend, invite our prospects. Sometimes we don't even know how those monies were paid. And the truth is this: somebody has been paying those bills for us. I'm taking it back to even our parents also. Many times today, I drive my children to school, but when my father was doing it, I thought it's right. He has to do it for me. But now I begin to feel driving in the morning, waking up, dressing up children, going to school is something else. So you just made us feel, yes, that we need to be grateful. If we really want to grow, if we really want to become good, or we want to become the best of us, then we must not fail to appreciate what we have now. It's only things that we appreciate that appreciate. Anything that you don't appreciate, depreciate. So let's have that heart of gratitude, and in every single way that you need to thank your leader, you need to thank anybody that in any way has related, that has helped your lifting in life, in this day. Just do yourself that good to reach out to the person and tell the person, I'm grateful. Thank you very much, and I remain grateful to you, sir. May God bless you.
Welcome. Thank you. Okay, Funkite, can you hear us? What do you have for Great Achievers?
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Gam. Good morning, Great Achievers. Thank you so much, Gam, for the training this morning. This is more powerful than any training. Okay, in case you're there, you're thinking, I thought I'll just come here, they will just teach us something that we do today and all that. This is far more powerful than any training we can think of. And thank you so much, Gam, for reminding us of the need for us to be grateful. As you were talking, I don't know, you were just reminding me of a lot of things that we've been taking for granted. I don't know who also, I mean, as Gam was talking, you were just, in fact, you can't, I can't even forgive myself. Like, I took this for granted that time, I took that for granted, I took that for granted. And I want to say thank you so much for reminding us this morning. Is powerful, and it's something we should do every day. As long as we are alive, as long as you still have breath, we have every single thing to be thankful for. The fact that we are even alive, whether things are going our way or things are not going our way, let's be thankful. So many things that we're taking for granted. We just wake up, we just dress up, we just come to work, and we never even say thank you, God, for waking me up. I mean, some of us are even there this morning, we never say thank you, God, for waking me up. So gratitude is powerful, guys, and we take it for granted. We thank you, Gam. We can't for even for your time every Monday coming here, to share stuff with us. It's a whole lot to be thankful for. So I want to say thank you for everything you've done Thank you for everything. Guys, be grateful for your leader, be grateful for your downline, be grateful for this business, be grateful for the gift of life. A lot of emotions were just running through me when we're talking. I'm like, wow, we've actually taken a lot for granted. And like Jay Adonis said, when you thank God, but when you give thanks, whatever you give thanks for, actually, no matter how small that thing is, that thing will not die. No matter how small, whatever you give thanks for, appreciate. It does, no matter how small it is, it keeps going bigger. So no matter the situation we have found ourselves this morning, let us be grateful. Gratitude is powerful. So thank you guys. Thank you, Gam, for reminding us this morning. God bless you, sir.
God bless you too. Thank you. Um, who is here again? Okay. Jay Tokwe, what do you have for great achievers?
Good morning, boss. Good
Morning.
morning, sir. Can you hear me, sir?
Yes, we can
Good
hear
morning,
you. Go ahead.
First, I would like to really appreciate you for sharing this on this morning, sir. I am grateful for this man. I know that all of us, most times things don't go out, you become really sad. I was in church, I think it's a week ago, and my pastor was about the same topic. And he spoke about the fact that he himself sent Jesus Christ. God has he has all the power to stop anything, but the purpose at which Jesus Christ came will be fulfilled. So he himself was power.
Tokwe, we can't hear you very well. I don't know. Can you check your because you're showing muted here. If you can hear me, you're showing muted. Try to unmute yourself again. You're showing muted here. Try to unmute yourself again. Oh, I think the network. Wow. Can you hear me?
Yes, sorry, sir. My network was messing up.
Okay.
So
Okay.
he himself was supervising the beating of Jesus Christ. Why Jesus Christ was crying, this is too much and all of that. God should have stopped it, but it was the cooking room for Jesus Christ. See, one lesson I got from that is, even when you are going through a time in this business, be grateful that God found you worthy to go through that time. Be grateful that God even found you worthy to go through, to have joined this business, to be able to go through those hard time. It's your cooking room. Be grateful. Be grateful for the things you have, for the things you didn't have. One who is not grateful is a grateful. So most things that are happening in your life right now is about to open a bigger door of greatness for you. You have to pass through it. There's a cooking room. You have to be grateful that you are even cooking. A lot of people are not cooking. You have to be grateful that you are going through temptations. You have to be grateful that you have the opportunity to prospect, the opportunity to even gather people. Even when you call people and you don't get it, so be grateful that they attended the presentation, because when you follow up, you get results. Be grateful that you were able to present to them. Somebody saw your business and you were able to impact on them. I think this comes with a lot of understanding, perspective. The way you perceive your situation will change everything for you. Once again, Gam, I want to personally appreciate you for the gift of leadership, gift of mentorship. I don't think for me, maybe I should not talk for anyone, because anybody may have been thinking like that truly, but I cannot be in any other place. This is the best place to be. Thank you for the gift of a father. Thank you for the gift of mentorship, gift of leadership that you have made yourself to be to every one of us. And we pray that God keep blessing you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you for being here. Okay. Thank you for being a leader here also. Now, Chikamso, where is she? Okay, yeah, Chikamso, the floor is yours. What do you have for great achievers?
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
I hope we can all hear me. Good morning this Monday morning,
Good
and a
morning.
very special new week for us. Thank you, Gam. It's not just telling us to be gratitude, but the emotional part of it that you added to it is what touched me. And all of us, as we are grateful to all the things that have happened to us, want us, like what he said, to bring it down to us by also being grateful to yourself. Because we see ourselves, we are grateful to other things, yeah, but you have never even appreciated yourself for once. Understand it that way. I want to thank God the day he connected us, he chose us to this amazing business that is turning life around. And what I will beg myself is that if truly I appreciate what God did to all of us, it is time we step out and also be a blessing to other people by connecting them to this vision. Thank you, Gam, for bringing us closer to God. For me, this business is not just a business, but it's a business that helped me to understand more about God. God bless you, sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you. We have I can't see the other leaders. I've been searching the names. I can't see. I don't know the names they used to log in. Okay, thank you, Hippolytus. Jerome, I was waiting for a counter so that we use it to confirm what Mr. Hippolytus has sent to me. The individual with the highest number of personal sign-ups, over the weekend. Okay, we have Balogun Caleb with 5 personal, not team, personal. And then we have Nabila with 5 as well. Okay, you and Jerome did it together. Okay, good. Well, Nabila with 5 as well. That means they are on GG, yeah? GG, Abi. So, but I will confirm from your leader. Now, what I'm going to do is this. I told the person with the highest will get 15K, but there are 2 highest here. So what I will do 10K for each of you. 10K for Balogu Kelly, 10K for Nabila. Okay, just to commend you, by your, like Chikamso said, or frame, appreciate yourself for doing such work. Buy yourself a special meal today. Like I did it and I want to do more. I want next week, because I think I'm going to make this constant such that every weekend, at the end of every weekend, I need us to let me know. Okay, Balogun Caleb is in TA. Okay, 730 TA. Nabila is in 730 CEH. Okay, so I want to commend you. I want to commend both of you, and I want to commend everyone who actually did not sleep over the weekend but worked. Now, I want to know who will be higher than Balogun Caleb and Nabila by next weekend, because there will be something more again for someone to win. Okay, just to commend you, get yourself a meal. Teniola, they have knocked you off from last week. Nabila and Caleb, let me see who will knock you off by next weekend. Who will knock them off? Let's see. Who will win something on Monday next week? Anyone? None of the GA leaders, don't raise your hand here, because you people are old men and women. You're not among. All of you should go and sit down. It's the teammates I'm talking. Who will knock them off? Who will do more than 5? Who will do 10 next weekend? Saturday and Sunday. I'm going to confirm this from your leaders, and I'm going to see the recruitment in the same reservation code, so for you to win. So congratulations to you, Nabila. Congratulations to you, Balogun Caleb. Congratulations. You can do better than this in a weekend. Give it your best, give it your best. You have what it takes to achieve success. And like I said to everyone here, be grateful. Be grateful. Be grateful. You will not understand how powerful that can be for you if you are more and more grateful. Like some of you already asked, this training, I'm going to upload it to my YouTube channel. If you want to go through again for yourself or your team, you're also going to have that available for yourselves. That's our message for you this morning. I wish us the best of this week. Make it a memorable one. want to count. Okay. I need someone to help us post the affirmation, the discipline affirmation. Thank you very much. And then someone will help us with the closing prayer. Please, I need a Muslim that will lead us with the affirmation and closing prayers. Okay. Anyone? Who do I have here? Who has never spoken here that will speak to us today? It's not only teacher Usman every weekend, teacher Usman. Let's look for somebody else. Ariz, are you a Muslim? No, we need a Muslim. Yeah, my guys now. You are waving your hand, Ariz, or you mute yourself.
Yeah.
Are you a Muslim?
Good morning.
Good morning. You're a Muslim, right?
Good morning, everyone. Yes, confirm.
Okay, good. Okay, bro. Well, lead us with the affirmation and then closing prayers, okay?
Everyone, I believe you can all hear me.
Yes, we can hear you. Go ahead. Can you start from the beginning? Your voice, your audio is not very clear. Can you start from the beginning?
Okay, let's start. Who am I?
I am in control of my behavior.
Who am I?
I get my goals finished no matter how I feel.
Who am I?
I am in charge of my own outcome.
Who am I?
I can do
I can do anything.
Who am I?
I've got the stamina to keep going no matter what.
Who am I?
My willpower exceeds any exhaustion I may face.
Who am I?
When I set goals, I achieve them.
Who am I?
I believe in myself enough to follow through.
Who am I?
Nobody can hold me back, not even my own doubts.
Not even my own doubts.
Who am I?
I owe it to myself to wake up and conquer.
Who am I?
I am full of motivation.
With God on my
With
side,
God on my side, I am unstoppable.
Now let's go outside here and come on, because that's really we are. I want to appreciate God Almighty for this morning. I also want to appreciate all our leaders, my GAB, the Western Church. We want to say all the men that from the stage of nothing to something, from moving on. That today we have teammates who can meet up. All the time, we are all looking for that.
Amen. Thank you very much. I wish us the best of today. Make today count, guys.
Bless you, sir. Thank you so much.
Yes, sir.
God bless you.